G'day guys, so I've come to a little point where I'm just about, I'm quite starting to fill up my Cantina aliens basically. I've got a nice big chunk and there's still, probably 8 to 10 left I need to track down. And the bar pieces are quite expensive though, unfortunately. So I've decided to maybe start even making my own. Just to start setting up a bit of a Cantina-esque diorama as opposed to just having them all standing around in a crowd like this. I thought locating them to a separate shelf with a bar piece and maybe some other background scenes, and then dedicating the rest of my episode 4 shelf to other characters such from the Death Star and all these guys. I've got Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fighting there. But all I have at the moment to go by is this one Cantina bar piece. So basically that's what I'm starting with. It's basically just a layout. I'm not going for accuracy. I just want something that looks cool. I'm probably not going to worry about the bar stools at the moment unless I can find a reasonable substitute. But basically today I just picked up a couple of sheets of foam core board. I'm not sure where you can see that. These are A2 white. There's all the measurements on it. For 2 of these sheets, I think it was $13.98, so I think it was $6.99 a sheet. So that's basically what I start with. There's my dog, just hanging out. So I just thought I'd document how I go about these things and just give you a little bit of a progress video. So hopefully I can find somewhere for all these guys to sit and hang around and have a drink, and yeah, eventually I'll set them all up on a separate shelf so they can have their own sort of diorama display. So yeah, I'll be back with a bit of progress. We'll see how we go. Alright, so I've set up a little workstation here, just got a little bench, just a little table just to sit a big piece of wood on, just so I've got something to work. And basically I've just disassembled this piece. I've taken it off the base and I've used it to just line up with the edge of the foam core board, just so I can get that height of the bar. And I've just measured it all the way along, so I'm going to start cutting that. I'll do another length because I want to have basically sort of sits up. I want to have a little bit thicker than that, so I can, as opposed to having one single piece of cardboard as a bench, I want to have a little bit thicker, so it's almost like just to provide a little bit more support for the bar top once I get to that point. So yeah, I'll start cutting that, and then I need to work on the bends and do the measurements and try and work out how I'm going to go from there. So yeah, I'll be back again soon. Okay, so I skipped a couple of steps. I actually forgot to record. I really got stuck into building this thing, and this is what I've come up with for the moment. I don't know if you can see that, basically on the curves there. Basically what I've done is I've taken the long foam core strips and I've sort of sliced it through in multiple sections, allowing it to sort of break around and fold. Also done that with the inner section. As you can see, I've got the 2 parts there. That's what I meant earlier. That's just masked together at the moment, just to cap it off really. Tricky part was actually doing the bar top. It was really hard to get the angles right, and you know, a little bit of playing around, and like I said, I wasn't really going for beautiful, stunning accuracy. I just got it. It'll serve its purpose. I think once I've painted it, which I plan on doing tomorrow, so I'll definitely show that once it's dried. I think once it's served its purpose and full of figures, I still haven't quite decided what I'm going to do as for the middle of it. Probably put a thin strip down there or something, and just I'm not sure yet. There's not a whole lot of room there for like a table or anything, so I don't know yet. I might just do a thin, like a T-strip, put a nice strip down the middle with a nice little flat top on the middle, just so I've got enough room for a bartender to walk around, which is actually a figure I'll need to get to make this sort of top off. So I've just gone over it with a bit of gap filler, just to give it a bit of texture and just fill in the gaps between the grooves, or between where the foam core meets the base, which is also made of foam core. Didn't worry too much about the underside of the bar, but yeah, that's what I've got for now. So I'm pretty happy with it. I might do a little bit of neatening up, and I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when it's finished, when I've painted it. So, yeah, that could be interesting to see how that turns out. So, I'll be back very soon with a little update once it's painted. Alright guys, so a few weeks has passed since I did my first lot of videos for this. Most of you have seen my 150th video. I actually got a bit of a sight of this in my collection as I was sort of going around the room, but I just wanted to film a little bit of video just to go along with the rest. So it has been a couple of weeks since I've done anything with this, so I just want to give you a bit of a close-up look of what I've done with the paint. So like I said, I'd gone over it with a bit of gap filler just to give it a bit of a nice sort of dirtier texture. I've given it a bit of a spray with some sandy coloured spray paint, which is that lighter colour, and then I've just given it a light spray with a darker brown just to give it that sort of dirty look. And then with the bar top, I've just got a brown marker and I've gone around the edges just to I don't know, just to highlight the white a little bit more. It's not perfect, but once I've got figures surrounding it, I've got a couple of bartenders sitting behind there just serving drinks, a few little cups. I'm actually just going to get some old straws and slice them up into small little pieces and just sort of sit them around on there just so they look like cups. So yeah, just thought I'd give you guys a quick look at what I'm doing. I'm going to go and actually make a few little just background pieces to set up behind the bar, and just as a sort of a backdrop. I've got a couple of little pieces at the moment, so whether it's just walls and doorways, so just to sort of give it a nice sort of backdrop as opposed to just the plain coloured wall where I plan on setting it up. So that's basically the bar piece done. I've decided not to do anything with the middle. It's just going to be too much fiddling around, and if I did it all again I'd make the bar a lot wider just so I could fit something in there, but no, this is just a little bit of a play around I've done. So yeah, alright guys, I'll be back with some more little pieces and I'll shoot a little video of it all sort of set up before I put the figures in it, and then I'll go with the final little display, so stay tuned. Alright guys, and here we are in the Cantina. I've just sort of set up a little bit of a display here and put all my Cantina aliens around and stuff like that. So I just thought I'd give it a quick zoom around. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it set up like this, but for purposes of this video I thought it'd be cool to set up, and yeah, just kind of got them all standing around. Here is my first diorama piece that I made in an older video, so I've just sort of got that as a bit of a backdrop. Trying to imagine it as if it's a couple of the rooms in the Cantina. Like I said, I was never going for accuracy. It's just a bit of a cool bar scene setup. So we got the sexy barmaid, Yana there. There's the bar piece. Obviously with all the aliens standing around, it takes a little bit of the notice away from the floors of the bar, which worked out quite nicely. Here's the fat man, Boba. He's had a few too many, and he's just about ready for a night off, I think. So all the little cups, they're just little straws. They're just straws I've cut up, just small little pieces, just to make for yeah, just cups along the bar, just to fill it up a little bit, I suppose. Got these two guys sitting there just having a conversation. Got the two snaggletooth guys there. I'm really looking forward to updating that one. So the Cantina at the back there. Yeah, I don't think I'll keep it permanently on the top of my desk here, but I don't know, it's sort of be a cool little setup just to sort of show off, just basically to set up a little diorama for the bar. So I might leave it up for a couple of days, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. Alright guys, that's my video. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at that. I had a bit of fun making it, so it's taken a long time to do, mainly because I'm just doing it in spare time and something I don't have a lot of at the moment, unfortunately. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll be back with some more videos very soon.